Hi, it's Chris Thomas again with the CTCS Group, your source for HR leadership and consulting. On today's Ask Me About HR, we're talking about the dreaded C word, compliance. If you're a small business owner like me, nothing can give you more sleepless nights than wondering what's out there that's going to bite you and potentially derail your business. Well, as we enter 2020, now's the time to take a few minutes and make sure that your company is on track and you are properly compliant, just to avoid some of those nasty surprises that can crop up. Starting at its simplest basis, if you employ even one employee, let me say that again, even one employee, you have compliance requirements. Now, some of these you readily know, wage and hour compliance. You know that you have a requirement to pay overtime for hours over 40 if that employee is overtime eligible. What you may not know is that there are different wage types beyond just the regular hourly rate of pay that has to be included in calculating the rate of pay for that time and a half calculation. The DOL just recently issued updated guidance that actually is quite favorable to employers, that allows you to exclude some certain items that before were a little fuzzy. Take the time with your payroll provider to make sure that they are correctly including the right items in overtime calculations. Failure to do so can result in some huge costs to your business that are not expected. For instance, a North Carolina restaurant a few years back was just assessed $147,000 in back wages, overtime, and tips for failure to calculate this correctly. Don't take the chance. Let's go a little simpler though, labor law posters. If you have even one employee, you have the requirement to put labor law posters up in your place of employment. If you have multiple sites, you have to have those posters up in every site. And that's not just federal law, that's federal, state, and depending on where you're located, local, because some jurisdictions may have their own labor laws that are applicable to your business. Failure to comply can be fines up to $17,000 per incident. So the bottom line is this is a pretty expensive fine for something that's really pretty simple. Frankly, the easiest thing we recommend to our clients is subscribe to a service. There are many excellent services out there that are quite inexpensive per site, and what they'll do is every time something changes, they'll send you a new poster, you put it up. Otherwise, if you're a really small employer, go to your local office supply store, buy the latest 2020 poster and put it up. It's simple insurance and cheap. One other area of compliance that you need to spend a lot of time on as you go into the new year is I-9 and EVerify compliance. We all know the requirements to make sure that our workers are eligible to be employed in the United States. And in case you missed it, ICE, the Immigration Control and Enforcement Organization of the government, is stepping up their audits, and they're increasing the number of audits that happen. Now, again, you may say, gee, I'm not in a business where that's being rated like agricultural or poultry processing or things where they tend to have a disproportionate number of migrant labor workers. But still, you have requirements under federal law to maintain your I-9 documentation and make sure that you've also done the proper EVerify steps. If you're not doing that, or you're unsure whether your I-9s are correctly filled out and are stored and accessible, now's the time to take that effort and dig into it. One of the things the CTCS Group does for our clients is we've created a simple audit checklist that's available on our website, www.thectcsgroup.com. Feel free to go out there, enter your email address, and we'll be happy to give you that document to do a quick self-audit and just identify any items that you may be concerned about. As always, if you start digging into it and you have questions or you want to delve a little deeper, absolutely reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you and help you out. Remember, as you enter the new year, nothing's worse than surprises, and none of us want an audit or some surprise from a compliance standpoint. Take care of your business. spend a few hours to ensure that you're compliant. So that's it for today. We'll talk to you next time on Ask Me About HR.